Welcome back to another session of Trails to Azure. Last time we picked up pretty much where we left off from 2 weeks ago, finished up a bunch of side quests and moved on with the plot a tiny bit, and Randy ran away. And we also had the big reveal of Rishia. We saw the island with all the Azure plants and some Ouroboros members, specifically the Steel Maiden. Rishia reveal was pretty crazy, and Randy ran away. Wazzy had some pretty cryptic dialogue that still interests me to this day. And by this day, I mean just the day after. And today we're finishing up Chapter 3 and moving on to Chapter 4. Hope everyone is doing fantastic tonight. Alright, that's loud. Go. 7, 22, 20, 23, 23? Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Alright. First things first, we can go feed Kope on the roof. What about one of these? Petrify. Interesting. Hang on, I want to go see Randy's room and see if there's anything special that happens with it to go inside. I thought the letter would be there or something. But of course, as always, we have some optional dialogue that we could take care of too. I think I have no money. And I have a decent amount of Sepith, so I can open a couple more slots up actually while I'm here. Three, 2, okay. I think now I can equip Evade 3. Yeah. Oh, it comes with a defense? Yeah, it does come with a defense modifier. Interesting. That's okay. It's not bad at all. I think I've hit, have I hit every wind art? No, Thunder Cyclone comes in at 4x4 space too. How am I doing on that? I have the space, I just have no time. So probably when this levels up, I'll have enough wind to put in some time. I know, because you need 12 wind. But if I were to do something like this, then yeah, I would get Calamity Drive or something, but I need move. Septium Vein. Oh, I got Heaven's Eye actually. Hang on, I got Heaven's Eye. Where do I want to put that actually? Combines Eagle Eye and Information, yeah. So I lose some wind, which is fine, but I gain space and mirage and fire. Sure. That's okay, because, yeah. It's interesting how with Lloyd, I have 7 space on each of his things. His line is interesting. I bet you if I were to change around, maybe you put Axon or something, we'd see something pretty different as well. Ingenuity of A2, Spirit Breaker. I don't know, it's tricky because like I like the ATS boost, but I don't know, I feel like I might have to give Cannon to Ellie soon because she's mostly my main healer. But hers are pretty much stat, or you know, improvements like cast and mind and impede and everything. Hit 2, defense 2, cut 2. Actually, yeah, I mean, there's not really much else I can do. I mean, I could give you more Mirage, but I don't know. I feel like you're not really in tune for that. And then you're all just attacks. Yeah, I mean, you're my time mage. I need a Mirage mage, though. Who has the most Mirage, or potential for Mirage? Probably not you. I guess you, technically, Tio. But... Silverthorn is at 6, Galleon Tower is at 10. Yes, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yin got very lucky with us and had a bunch of Mirage, so that was okay. Alright, let's go talk to some people, and then we'll move on. There's not a whole lot, actually, before we get onto the main event. Well, look who it is. Hey, Triple S, thanks for yesterday. Are you two already back to work? Yep, it's all thanks to you guys. I'll give you a lot of pats on the head as thanks later, my dear Tio. I politely decline. If you have the energy to fawn over me, then you must be feeling better. Yeah, but we can't push ourselves too hard yet. Huh? I just realized. Where'd that redhead of yours go? This is his usual cue to chime in and not so subtly hit on Aeolia. I mean, you know? Looks like something happened between you guys. You want to talk about it? Actually, yeah. Oh boy. I had a hunch something like this might happen since we found out about the Red Constellation are the ones behind the Main's occupation. How will the Bracer Guild proceed? The CGF is trying its best to push them back, so we'll wait and see. However, the situation drags off any longer, we'll have no choice but to intervene. Isn't that right, Michonne? Correct. We may need to bring in some A rank or higher bracers from nearby countries to help. You'd go that far? Well, only in a worst case scenario. Arius is in the middle of discussing things with the mayor. If it looks like the CGF won't be able to hold out, well, the guild's creed is to prioritize civilian safety, so of course you'll have to intervene. Regardless, I'm worried about your redhead friend too. Don't know what's going to happen from here on out, but you better watch your keisters. Yeah, we will. Wow. Next year, I get to go to Sunday school. Oh, that's so cute. Alright. We can go to here. And go to CNS. Hey, it's a special support section. You guys look like you've been through a lot in the last 24 hours. Wait, isn't Randy... No, where is he? He couldn't be... Well... Sorry, Grace. We'll tell you all about it some other time. Let's go, everyone. Hey, wait, Lloyd! Listen here. I have no intention of following you all the way out there, but how about I give you a word of advice? Excuse me? What do you mean by that? Let me start off by admitting that I know a thing or two about Randy's backstory. I don't mean to be rude, but I can't deny I was a little suspicious of him before. That said, I've also seen everything he's done with the SSS, so I'm on his side too, and believe in him. Grace. Going by your reactions, I could piece together what happened. He's on his way to mines by himself, isn't he? He's trying to resolve this whole mess by himself. You can tell? She's not a reporter for the Crossbell Times for nothing. Damn Skippy, I nailed it, didn't I? And that means you all are on your way to drag him back. I doubt you'd listen to me if I told you not to. Guess you made up your minds, haven't you? Of course we have. Randy's our friend. That's right, we won't abandon him. I hear ya. In that case, you don't really need my advice. Sure, I've only got one thing to say to all of you. Kick some butt, Triple S. And when you get back here with Randy, let me get an interview so I can read all about it. Thanks, Grace. See, Grace gets to know all about Randy's backstory. Why can't we? Oh well, it'll be soon, I'm sure. Once we take care of everything at mines, I'm sure. You can also buy Crossbow times 6. I should really buy more EP charge 2s. It's kind of annoying actually, because I can't just trade these all up unless I'm missing something at the downtown district. I don't know. Breaking news: CGF patrol attacked. Sudden firefight ignites armored car. A recent report from the CGF reveals that sometime between yesterday afternoon and this morning, the third company was suddenly attacked while patrolling near mines. Details are limited, however there's a high number of confirmed casualties. It is possible that the unknown assailants are not occupying mines proper. The perpetrators are armed and dangerous. Our reporter in the field reported the echo of intermittent gunfire resounding from the area around mines. The apparent stalemate continued deep into the night. Identity of the forces. Presently, the identity and objective of the assailants remains a mystery. One can't help but think back to the incident at the trade conference just a short while ago. A former war correspondent told the Times, if these are terrorists, they should be making demands. On the other hand, if the perpetrators are Jaegers, they ought to be seeking mirror or some other compensation. The armed force has yet to issue any demands, and their motives remain ambiguous. Fear and rumors of a possible conspiracy are rife among the Crossbellian people. Incident: Transcontinental Railroad back in service. Yesterday, a Republic-bound train derailed and many passengers injured in the resulting crash, or were injured in the resulting crash. The Zamurian Railroad Corporation has finished the investigation of the scene, and the line has returned to normal service. The cause of this accident is thought to be an unidentified monster. The CBD Special Sports section pursued the creature, but no further details regarding the monster or its whereabouts have been reported since. Dude, you gotta feel really bad actually for Lloyd and gang, because like that's a good point. Like day 2 of this was the whole thing with Wald and the Transcontinental Railroad, right? The whole train and everything. And then you have, like, that all happens in a day. The very next day, right, we're off to the wetlands and deal with some Ouroboros embers, like 24 hours after that. And then the Rishia event happens, and Randy runs away, and all this other stuff. It's like, dang, so much happens to them just on a week. Hello, everyone. Well, if it isn't my favorite little guy in gang again. What are you guys doing here? Oh, won't even talk to us. Rishia. It's good to see you, Rishia. What's going on? Did something happen to you between you and Lloyd, Rishia? No. Besides, we don't have much time until the performance. I'd like to review the scene prior to the duet once more. So do I! I want to make sure I've got that part down, Pat. If you insist. Sorry, gang. Unless there's something important going on, it's time for us to get back to work. Now's not the time for us to get distracted. Sure. Sorry to have interrupted you. Oh, she won't even talk to us. I mean, hey, it's understandable, right? You got demasked or unmasked like that out of literally nowhere. And that too in front of everybody, in front of Arius McLean, who you were trying to avoid for the longest time. Like that's rough. Also, Muriel should be here? Where? God, this music is so good. Well, I see somebody up there. I love the intro of this song. The build-up is so good. And it just becomes this like amazing orchestral tune, really kind of showing the scale and scope of Orcus Tower. We heard it in the CS2 epilogue, right? It had to. Also, I don't see Muriel here. Did the guy mean the IBC? I don't see her in here. Oh, maybe she's there she is. She's outside. Rare to see you in the city, Second Lieutenant. True, I just got here recently. I'm waiting on the Deputy Commander. He's had a series of meetings with Commander Ballas this morning. Chief Sergei was in the same meetings last night, too. If the two heads of the CGF are here, it must mean that the countermeasures in the mountains are not going as planned. About that, I spoke with your chief this morning. He told me that Randy has disappeared. Yeah, we suspect he's headed for the mine's mountain path as we speak. I thought so. Are you okay? I'll be fine. More importantly, Randy running off has something to do with this past, doesn't it? Well, as much as I wish I knew more, there's a lot about Randy's past that he never told me about. After all this time, I still don't know why Randy refused to use a rifle while in the CGF. But it doesn't give him the right to run off like an idiot and worry all of you like this. I'm sorry, Second Lieutenant. This is the most foolish thing he has ever done, and that is saying something. The CGF has suffered enough losses from the situation already. Commanders are likely devising a new relief force to take over. Until then, we're not going to be able to do much. We can't even deploy a unit to pull Randy away from there. So please, Triple S, please track that idiot back here for my sake. We will, Second Lieutenant. We're going to bring Randy back for sure. This song is also really good too. I'm pretty sure, I think Unisuga did this one. It was either Unisuga or Asaka. But this seems like an Unisuga tune. It's so good. And I wanted to bring that up because for those listening, at the time, it has been made public that Takahiro Unisuga has retired from Falcom after 15 years of working on Falcom, on the Falcom sound team, JDK sound team. And it's saddening news to hear because that man's music really, really was like so good and really memorable. But unfortunately, he has retired, and there's not really a whole lot we can do. I know there's a lot of kind of like a lot of emotions going on around it. But, you know, I think for those who feel strongly about this, just take some time, listen to some music, listen to his music, listen to some other Falcon music, listen to other game music and stuff like that. Just take it easy. And try not to spread a lot of hate, try not to spread a lot of those emotions and passions and stuff like that. I know it sucks, but, you know, there's only so much we can do, right? On the bright side, for the past 15 years, the man has produced a lot of amazing music for Falcom, and so at the end of the day, we will always have his music in our hearts. I still can't make anything. If I got a Mystic Stole, I get even more evasion, but Lloyd has a Grail Locket now, so I guess I could do an Evergreen and get like similar things so you get prevent Faint Sleep Fuse. That's still super good.
Oh yeah. さすがというか、早速たどり着いたかい？
ということは、やはりランニーはこちらに。
ああ、昨日の夜に連絡があって、あんたらが訪ねてきたら白を切ってほしいと頼まれたが、そこまで。
確かに。
それで結局ランディは何を注文したんですか？やはり動力式のライフルとか。
いや、そんな真っ当な代物じゃなかったね。炸裂弾やら鉄鋼弾、グレネード弾なんかはもちろん、火薬を使った旧式の弾薬まで。店にあった在庫を洗いざらい買い占めていったよ。
With what money?
それと闇に流れていた無登録のエニグマ2だね。
あは
ー。なるほど。さすがに用意周到だな。
ええ、無登録のエニグマではこちらも番号がわかりませんし。でも重火器の本体は購入していかなかったんですか？
ああ、うちもそれなりに強力な動力式火薬式のライフルを扱っているつもりだったが、赤い星座の次期団長にはお気に召さなかったようだね。
Wow, I mean,
アシュリーさん。
let me actually do one quick thing. That. And like that.
ご存知だったんですか？
Yeah.
当たり前だろ。こちとら情報が命だからね。どうやら古巣に一泡吹かせるつもりみたいだが、オーガロッソとブラッディ・シャーリーといえば正真正銘の化け物どもだ。半端な元両兵ごときじゃ間違いなく返り討ちだろうね。
させません。
そうさせないために俺たちがいるつもりです。
さっきからずっとこの調子でね、挑発しても無駄みたいだよ。
やれやれ、そうみたいだね。まああの若造がくたばろうが私の知ったこっちゃないが、お得意様が減ってもつまらない。せいぜい助けてやるんだね。
はい、情報ありがとうございました。
He bought a bunch of stuff. I mean, he's ready to go.
お前らランディのやつ一体どうしやがったんだ。なんか尋常じゃねえもんの整備を頼まれたんだが。
やっぱりそうですか。
今朝のことですよね。
ああ、5時くらいにいきなり店を訪ねてきてな。ちょうど徹夜明けだったから勢いで引き受けちまったが。
それで尋常じゃないものとはやっぱり重火器の類でしょうか。
ああ、と言ってもバラしたユニットだけだがな。しばらく使ってなかった機関部や排気ユニットやらを一通り整備してやったが、ありゃ組み立てたらとんでもねえ化け物になると思うぜ。
察するにランディが使ってた特注の動力ライフルあたりかな。
ああ、間違いないだろう。
ギヨームさん、情報ありがとうございました。
ああ、いいってことよ。事情は知らんが随分と思い詰めた顔をしてやがった。仲間のお前たちができる限り力になってやんな。
はい、
了解です。
I guess I could make these. Oh, and away we go. I think that's probably that rifle that we saw in the opening, didn't we? Ah, damn. Do-do-do. I'm gonna be real mad if I'm doing all this customization for Noel and Wazzy only for them to be taken away from me, like in like the final dungeon or whatnot. Oh, this one has less accuracy, but it has a crit rate on it, so I can live with that. Okay. It also told us to check out the casino as well.
This 皆さん、もしやランディの件でいらっしゃったんですか？
はい、やはり彼はこちらに。
ええ、夜中の3時くらいに店にふらりと現れまして、しばらくここで飲んでから帰っていきましたが、
どうやら真っ先にこちらを訪れたみたいですね。
それでその後どこかに行くとか言ってな。
やはり支援課には戻らなかったみたいですね。いえ、どこに行くとは特に言っていませんでした。ただどうも飲んでいる最中、いつも以上に減らず口が多くて、おまけに帰りにはあるものを私から引き取っていったんです。
あるものですか？
ええ、ずいぶん重いトランクで、中身は私も存じません。
But he got it from him? He also retrieved a certain something from me. Oh yeah, what the heck?
2年前、ランディがこの町に来たばかりの時に預かったんです。俺が死んだらジャンク屋あたりにばらして売り払ってくれと言って。
そんなランディ先輩らしくなさすぎです。
if he died, but he took it back.
奴の経歴については私ですが、過去にどんなことがあったのかまでは知り、それを知って奴の力になれるのは。
オーナー。
はい、そうありたいと思います。
昨夜から今朝にかけてのランディの動きが見えてきたわね。
ああ、軽く整理してみよう。
Where did Randy go to first? He went to the casino first. Then he went to the factory. And finally the exchange.
間違いない。この順番だ。
3 to 4 a.m. Barker Casino, 5 to 6 a.m. Guillaume Factory, and 6 a.m. the Neen Valley Exchange.
おそらく最初にドレイクオーナーに預けていたトランクを受け取ったんだろう。
Which is where the rifle was.
そのトランクに入っていたのはランディの傭兵時代の獲物。多分かなりの攻撃力を誇る動力ライフルじゃないかと思う。
普通そうしたライフルは分解した状態で持ち運ぶはずです。2年ほど使っていなかったため、ランディさんは分解されたユニットを修理工房で整備してもらった。間違いないと思う。
Man, it's actually kind of interesting because when the whole thing was happening, like with the dialogue about the Red Constellation taking over minds, and like Shirley was going all mental and stuff like that, and just like stabbing people. In my head, I was like, you know, maybe I will actually keep Wazzy out of the party this time, and bring Randy to the forefront so that he can, like for story reasons, right? Like he'd be in the main party. Well, unfortunately.
武装の整備は戦場での生死を左右するものだから、ランディ先輩なら絶対に綿密にチェックしたはずです。
Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen.
最後に交換屋によっていろいろと仕入れたみたいだけど、火薬の弾丸も仕入れたってことはかなり特殊なライフルなのかな。
ラインホルト社の中には動力式と火薬式を切り替えられるラインナップもあるそうだけど、いずれにしても相当特殊で強化されたライフルでしょうね。
ああ、赤い星座の傭兵たちも見たことのない巨大なライフルを使っていたからな。
Yeah, and we saw a few of those last session.
よし、これで大体ランディの状況はつかめたけど。
最後にランディさんが交換屋を訪れたのが今朝の6時過ぎ、現在10時くらいですから4時間近くも経っていますね。今から先輩の足に追いつくのはかなり難しそうですけど。
いや、ランディだっていくら高くても限度があるはずだ。赤い星座に仕掛けるならさすがに仮眠くらいは取るだろう。
その上で地形の利を生かして一気に仕掛けて蹴りをつける。まあ玉砕覚悟で特攻するつもりじゃなければ。
いずれにしてももうそんなに余裕がないわ。
ああ、こうなったらダメ元で。まさか
ランディさんから。
はい、特務支援課ロイド・バニングスです。
いやー、ロイドさんどうやら別の誰かと勘違いさせてしまったようですね。
Is that cow?
その声はどうしてこの番号が。
言ったでしょう、ロイドさんたちのファンだと。
Yep.
タイムズ百貨店、お暇でしたらぜひ屋上までいらしてください。
ロイドさん、今の通信は一体誰だったの？
ヘイユへのツァオだ。中央広場のデパートの屋上で待っているらしい。
こんな時に一体何のつもりだい？
わからない。ただあの男が意味もなく連絡してくるとも思えない。参道に出る前に夜だけ寄ってみよ
う。わかったわ。とにかく急ぎましょう。
What would he have to do with us? By the way, what's at your shop? 80 grand for an evergreen, yeah. Passionate viewers too. I still feel like these are good things to have, like a debaucher and an evergreen, but they're so expensive and so tricky to get. Oh, we'll never get them. And he's alone.
急いで来ていただいたようで何よりです。
ザオさん、一人で大丈夫なんですか？
ラウさんでしたか。いつもいる護衛の方は？
少々忙しくなったので、それにあの物騒な方々が町からいなくなりましたからね。こうして私も大手を振って青空の下を歩けるというわけです。
相変わらずうさんくさいです。
兵ゆきっての若手幹部に青空は似合わないと思うけどね。
それは確かにお互い時間もないことですし、本題に入らせていただきます。実は昨べインドのから突然連絡がありましてね、我々との長期契約を打ち切ると伝えてきたのですよ。
Oh.
それは。
いや、さすがに驚きましてね。なんとか引き止めようとしたんですが、相当堅くなの様子でほとほと困り果てていたんですよ。
そうですか。
それが私たちに何の関係が？
昨日エルム湖南岸で一体何があったんですか？
ひょっとして
僕たちが一緒だったのはすでに掴んでいるみたいだね。
ええ。そして遊撃士協会と蛇の者たちが現れたということくらいまでは、一体インドのに何が起きたというのですか？
あなたに話す義理はないと思いますが。
ということはやはり彼女に何かがあったのですね。
ダメだエリ、下手に喋ると情報を。
やれやれ、なかなか悪辣だね。
He knew.
やはりインドのは女性でしたか。おそらく超人的な内向で気と体型を変化させていたといったところでしょうか。それだけの身体能力があればステージでの活躍も納得ですね。いや、どうも気になったので前にアルカンシェル関係者のスケジュールを調べたんですよ。するとインドのがこちらの仕事を断るタイミングが公演の日などと一致しまして、いやはや皆さんのおかげでようやく確信が持てました。
彼女をどうするつもりなんですか？
今のところ特には。まあ正体を知ったのが私だけなら脅しという手も考えられたんですが、ギルド関係者もいた以上ここで皆さんの口を封じるわけにもいきませんし。
冗談きついね。
話がそれだけなら急いでいるので失礼しますよ。
まあそう言わずに今の情報のお礼に耳寄りな話を提供しましょう。ランディさんですが3時間ほど前マインツ山道のとある地点を訪れたそうです。
本当ですか？
Why are we surprised? That's where we knew he would go.
赤い星座の動向については専門の監視班を持っていましてね、その監視班からの連絡です。
なるほど。
それでその地点というのは？
現在クロスベル警備隊が防衛線を敷いている滝の手前、
There we go. That's stuff we don't know.
その付近にある高台からザイルで崖下に降りたとのことです。その先は気づかれそうだったので追跡を諦めたそうですが。
ロイド。
ああ、この上もない情報だ。サオさん、情報感謝します。
あなた方が頑張ればこちらの利にもなりますし、まあランディさんともとも死なないように気をつけてください。強いですよ彼ら。
わかりました。よし、エニグマで課長に連絡してすぐにマインズ山道へ出よう。
は 了解です。なんとか追いつかないと。
あんな青臭さもたまには悪くはありませんね。さてと、ここが正念場ですか。どうやらこちらも全力を出す必要がありそうです。
Hmm. Well, I mean, the fastest way we're gonna get there is by car.
行くか。どこに行こうかな。
We need to go. I keep forgetting the mine is north and not south.
さあ行くぞ。滝の手前の高台、あそこ。
サオさんの情報通りみたいですね。行ってみましょう。
Can we actually go talk to the CG? Or not? And here I thought I would go talk to the CGF members and say, hey, what's up? Oh, that's why, because there's nobody there. They've abandoned their post.
やっぱりこの場所から崖の下に降りたみたいだね。しかし一体何があるのかな。
ザイルは岩場の狭間に降りているみたいですけど。
とにかく俺たちも降りてみるしかないだろ
Lie to
う。
it.
よし、みんな準備はいいか。
オッケーです。こちらも問題ありません。
同じく。
行きましょう。ランディを捕まえないと。
よし、みんな注意してザイロを降りていってくれ。
Deserted mine, auxiliary tunnel.
この場所はどうやら大昔の行動に通じている縦穴みたいね。もしかしたら前に閉じ込められた旧鉱山方面に通じているのかも。
地図の位置を見る限り、もし旧鉱山まで行ければ両兵の防衛ラインの反対側に出ることが可能になる。
彼が奇襲を仕掛けるとしたら絶好のポイントかもしれないね。
But I'm surprised that this path wasn't used by the Jaegers themselves, because if it meets on the other side, right? And I guess if they had to know, right?
アクセス。すでにランディさんはこの先を通過していると思います。ですがそれほど複雑な行動ではなさそうです。あまり迷うことなく進んでいけるのではないかと。
そうか。よし、なんとかランディに追いつこう。
ええ、了解です。
アロンジ、
Alonzi. Well, because like if the Jaegers knew, right? Like of this path, then they probably would have also used this to come back around.
奇襲成功。チャンスです。
I think, right? Probably.
エネグマ駆動。
Wind! Oh man. That's great, because Lloyd is a wind mage. They're also super weak. Don't need to waste EP for that. We can just use CP for that. Now riled, she swung open her hotel room door with more force than she was used to letting out. Perhaps she overdid it. On the other side, with a somewhat startled expression, hands behind his back, was Cyril. Oh man, see, I almost had an instinctual moment to go open my equipment menu because of E7. You had dark tunnels as well, and in those tunnels you could equip an item to, what was it called? You could equip an item to light the way, and I was like, oh, dark tunnel, instinctually. And it's not like uncommon in most East games like for that to happen. It's like dark tunnel. They did that in Falgana too. 8 as well. 7 had it too. I don't think no 6 did it have it? I don't think 6 had it, but Yeah, you would equip an item and the whole area would light up. Actually, I think 6 did have it. Yeah, 6 had it as well. For good orbital guns, chests have everything you could ever need. Lock, stock, and barrel. Haha. It's not that big of an increase, but I'll take it. Because I don't want to lose my evasion. So I guess 6 was the first game to introduce that in the system? No, Falgana came afterwards, right?
奇襲成功はい催眠弾発射
行くぞ
今だわみんな最後ねどうできた
So Seta had it too. Yeah, so 6 was the first one to start doing it then. But yeah, I felt the need to like open up my menu to equip an item so I could see better in this tunnel. I'm like, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
全力で行かせてもらいます
よし
行きます速攻
Although,
行きます皆さんお疲れ様でした
in Sky's second chapter, there was an item, like the night, I think it was called like the night goggles, night vision goggles that you could wear.
敵出現交代します
任せてくれ
And you could see in the dark. I thought we had it in this game too. Yes, we know. Yeah, but these little guys are easy. I've only fought these little larvas.
私の番です
よし
よーしは
僕の番か僕の番知識
行くぞその程度じゃ俺たちは止められない
Nice. It took years to perfect my bellberry juice cocktail recipe. I always knew I could get over the barrier. What did that little bug do?
とっとと終わらせよう
任せてくれ
行きます
We got a new pack actually.
覚悟してください
Nice.
宮崎さんこれはどうなんとかなったわね接近狙い撃つわ
Well. The wind and fire cannot be poisoned or slept, but has a lot of other things it can be done with. Okay.
俺の番だなエニグマ工藤
私の番ですね覚悟してください
Can you burn? Yeah, you can. It'll actually get off before. Oh!
守りたいこのクロスベルを
Wow. Help us! Our tunnel has been occupied by the Red Constellation, a Chestellation, the strongest sacred core in all of Chester and Zaburia. My brain just autocorrects that to Constellation, because that's what we're dealing with right now. Up.
行きます
What? Oh, that's cool.
覚悟してください。さてさて。
僕の番か。アディオス。いい夢を。一気に落とすよ。
よーし。そこ。
俺の番だな。
僕の番か。
私の番。
行くよ。やれやれ。
I'm glad they gave us easy enemies for this tunnel.
速攻で蹴りをつける。
エニグマ駆動。
俺の番だな。
Oh man, look at Noel past the 10,000 HP mark.
僕の番か。
よーし。
God, her range is so good. You wouldn't think she would have that much range, but look at her.
行くよ。いい夢は見られたか。
Oh, Lloyd's Master Quartz is gonna level up soon. Good morning. He stammered out a little too loudly to match Genevieve's fire. He then recollected himself in an effort to reset the mood between them. Would you, like to have breakfast with me? Yes, too. Did I even gain anything? Oh. Sadness. Nothing. Hi. Oh, defense 3. I should probably put that on. Looking for ones just to make sure. He cut one. If I got two, no. Mine. It's not shield one. I think I have shield 2. No, I've done a terrible job with Tio, but I'm not using her anyway, so it's okay. It's a Quaido.
油断は禁物。
エニグマ駆動。
Yeah, he's a slow one.
行きます。そこ。さてと。
Weak to water. Alright. Punch rock.
任せて。エニグマ駆動。
やれやれ。
よーさてと。
俺の番だ。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
Story of my life. I was placed here. I had the item put in me, he opened me, and then the chest is history. Wow.
無駄だ。
俺の番だな。
You might move in range.
エニグマ駆動。
やれやれ。
Yeah, you're gonna move in range. Oh, yes. Even better. Pop.
これが俺たちの力だ。
50% chance to stat down. That's very good. 6-3. I've not hit the master arts yet. That's kind of a shame. Oh, that means whatchamacallit. So 15-3. So now if I remove this and negate, see, still I need you need something like with one more wind on it. Somehow to give it 4. Impede 2 would work, actually. I'm not gonna take that off of her. But yeah, 6-3. Lloyd actually has healing now. Lloyd has Holy Breath. Lloyd has everything. Wow. That means you're gonna level up too, right? 192, yeah. Then you're gonna level up in 756, and you're gonna level up in 990. Okay. Hang on, where am I? Bada boom, bada bing. Mobius. Upon closer inspection, you see a chessboard in the chest. You move the white rook to e4. Chessmate. Mobius. Increased potency of healing items activates when using items in battle. HP recovery multiplied by 1.5 increases item range. You get 6-3. Wow. So I would lose 3 and gain 6, right? Hell yeah. I lose a lot of those, but I have 13 space. Even better. Look, it's so good. Does this have to be? Hit 3 is a 2. That's why. Hang on. I need to upgrade that slot. Oh, if I give him information, if I give him EP1, I can make him be a space and mirage mage. Last disaster. I think I'll keep Septium Vein for now, but I can, if I want Last Disaster, I can give it. But increased potency of healing items, yep, that's pretty good, and then increases items range. That's pretty helpful too, because I just need to keep Lloyd alive. That's like kind of the biggest thing about that, is I gotta keep him alive. I would not, she responded flatly. Cyril always took care to ask this, even if she rarely agreed to it. He frowned. If you don't mind, I have urgent business of my own to attend while we're here, alone. Look at Lloyd's support art, just so bad. Oh man. Oh, only water, huh? Oh, what the frick? Why is this an ambush? Oh man. Oh, well, here we go, fine. It's not like this is hard. Could be worse. Could be archaisms.
犬科じゃなくて猫科みたいだったけど、やっぱり赤い星座が。多分両兵団が軍用魔獣を刺激するのはよくあることだと聞きますし。
さすがにマフィアの軍用犬とは格が違うみたいだったけどね。
生意気にも挟み撃ちにしてきましたし。でもあのミンネスという男が今のを使っていたとなると、ひょっとしたら赤い星座とも関わりがあるかもしれないわね。
ああ、御用商人か資金調達係、そんなところかもしれない。とりあえずなんとか撃退できてよかった。終点も近そうだし、このまま先を急ごう。
I mean, who doesn't have ties to some sort of Jaeger Corps?
ここは急鉱山の入り口近くか。
よかった、無事たどり着けたわね。ですがランディ先輩はどこに？
まだ仕掛けてないんなら合流できそうだけど。
出口の外から爆薬の使用音、銃撃戦の音も聞こえます。ランディ、
俺たちも出るぞ。
イエスさん。
間に合うかな。
Now, actually, one thing you can do here, I'm gonna try it, but we can, we're at 73, this chest is of level 85 people, but there's an item in here that could potentially make the next part easier, so we're gonna give it a shot. Weak to water and space, okay. See how possible it is. Oh, you got petrified? Ah, shit. Ah, shit. It's all good.
さてとそれ行くぞエングマ駆動
Lloyd's gotta live. Lloyd's gotta live. That's all that matters.
参ったな
Look at they all got petrified.
訓練不足で
There goes another. There goes another.
みんな
The benefit about retrying, I think, is that I don't have to scan them again. Yeah, I don't have to scan them again. That's pretty good.
私の番ね
What do I want to do? 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 I don't think you can things do anything crazy,
みんなにご覧になりますよー
but they can be put to sleep.
催眠弾発射
All two of them. Good job.
エングマ駆動それ
Oh, that petrification is so bad. Crit on that. Good.
行くぞよし 参ったな
まずい催眠弾発射
Yeah, the more fall asleep, the better.
すまないみんな
立て直さないと
ありがとうどこだ
まずい催眠弾発射
負けるかそれ
We can do it. We can do it. We just gotta get a turn in. Ah, there goes that.
まだやれる
訓練不足で
Okay, maybe not.
それすまない
Maybe not. Yeah. I don't want to lower the difficulty. Okay, well, we tried it. I figured I'd give it a couple shots, but it would make the next part easier, but we're also not playing a nightmare, so it's not a big deal. The next fight has a DP thing where we need to beat the entire fight in under 70 turns, which I don't even know how we're supposed to tell that, but... Look at him go! Look at that rifle.
まさかランドルフ隊長か
3回しろ一箇所にとどまるな
遅い
さすがの隊長
クガをぶつけろ
He's using a lot of bullets, though, for being a progressive Jaeger.
赤い死神飲まれるな波状攻撃で仕留めろ
すごい
圧倒的にとんでもないですあれがランディ先輩の本当の戦闘能力
やれやれこりゃ火星は必要なかったかないやちょっとヤバそうだね何
絶好調だねランディに にはそうじゃなくちゃ。シャーリーの好みとは違うけどかっこいいよ。
ぬかせい。てめえみたいな人食いとらなんざお断りだっつ
釣れないな。でもせっかくだからもう少し楽しませてもらうよ。でもやっぱブランクだよね。そろそろ限界なんじゃない？
テスターさ完全に使いこなしやがったか。
ランディ兄に教わってた頃のシャーリーじゃないんだってば。わかんないかなそこんとこ。いっちゃ
Oh, chopped his gun up.
え。今のランディ兄くらいじゃやっぱり満足できないな。まあいっか。とっておきの遊び相手はちゃんと見つけてるし。ランディ兄はしばらくパパのところでリハビリすればいいよ。勘を取り戻せばすぐに頭身の座を告げるからさ。でもな、今回のところは腕一本くらいはもらっとこうかな。
ランディ
おっと。やるね。それじゃあサクッと口直しでも。
Yo, you go, Lloyd.
お兄さん見かけによらず思い切りがいいじゃない。シャーリーみたいな小娘にえげつない連携攻撃なんてね。
手加減できる相手じゃないのは見てて分かったからな。君には危険度 S と手配魔獣に対処するノリで当たらせてもらう。
正解。
ダメだ。いくらお前のトーファーでも防御
ま当然そうだよね。やれやれ、今ので転ばせられないのか。
隊長シャーリー様。お前ら
オッケーオッケー。そんなにシャーリーと遊びたいなら少しだけ相手をしてあげるよ。ちょっとは楽しませてよね。
来るぞ。
Here we go.
全力で迎撃します。
To win this in 70 turns? Oh man, this is terrible. I got a double scan here.
私の番ですね。 私の番ね。エニグマクドレイ。
Perfect.
始まりだ。
私の番ですね。さあ行きますよ。
俺の番だ。それ
やれやれ。
目標を撃破します。それ。私の番ね。
さてと。覚悟はいいかい。
They're pretty generous though. 70 is a lot of turns. Here comes an S-craft. Or not. Well, there goes that, unfortunately.
くよ。エネグマクローン。
いや援護し助かります。
Well, I should probably at least just finish this off with the Tiger Charge. Well, we didn't get to see her S-Craft. What? What is this? When did the mine get there? Okay, well, that was a bit anticlimactic.
これが最強クラスの両兵団の実力か。
Oh man, I love JRPGs. We did so well during that fight. Like, we didn't even have an S-Craft, we didn't even have a KO. Like, that was textbook. And then it's like, oh man, this is so hard. Oh man, this is what it's like to fight Elite Jaeger. Well, I mean, I guess, right? You know.
エンドで負けるわけには。
I mean, that fight would have gone a lot harder, right, if I didn't use Burst. But, hey man, the game gives it to you, so we gonna do it.
悪くないんだけど、こんなところかな。
I feel like on normal and hard, maybe not hard, but on normal and easy for sure, like, you could get away with not using Burst. But if you're on Nightmare, oh, for sure, you have to use Burst. There's no way you're gonna win that without it.
とっておきのごちそうの前にデザートばかりはなんでしね。
Hey, it's Muriel.
ミレイユサイン。
来てくれたんですか。
ええ、あなたたちの課長から指令宛てに連絡があってね。敵部隊を確認。これより総統戦を始める。ただしマインツ奪還と安全確保を最優先とせよ。
イエスモブ。
それじゃあまたね。またすぐにでも会えそうな気がするけど。
まったくあなたと来たら無茶ばかりして。連中の相手は私たちに任せなさい。あなたたちこれ以上ランディが無茶しないよう頼んだ。
はい。
任されました。
やれやれ。
とりあえず一段落はついたみたいね。
ランディ。
大丈夫ですか。どこかやられたんじゃ。
ロイド、改めて聞いておく。こいつは一体何のつもりだ。
ランディさん。
分かってんのか。お前らは戦場に足を踏み入れたんだぞ。軍人でも傭兵でもない殺し合いのプロでもないお前らがどんだけ危険なことをしたのか本当に分からねえのか。
ランディ。
お嬢やティオスケにも言いたいことがある。ノエルやワジも危険は分かってるんだろうに、なんで止めなかったんだか。だが何よりもロイド、てめえはリーダーだろうが、こんな時に直情的に動いて仲間を危険にさらしてどうする。
ふざけるな。
Oh.
ロイドさん。
仲間を危険にさらせないからここまで来たんだろうが。じゃあな、なんてあんな紙切れ一つで俺たちが納得できるなんて本当に思っていたのかよ。
やっぱり俺はそもそもお前らと一緒にいるべきじゃなかったんだ。俺の手は血塗られている。戦場で兵士を殺しただけじゃねえ。手強い敵部隊をはめるために関係ねえ村を利用したこともある。それで罪もねえやつを、お前みたいな目をした若造を犠牲にしたことだってある。お前らの目の前にいるのはそんな救いようのねえクソ野郎だ。迷惑なんだよ。これ以上は子犬みたいな目をしてすり寄られて、できた兄貴分みたいに頼られて、そんなことをされ続けたら 自分を許してやりそうになっちまう。
ランディさん先輩。
そういうことか。
よかった。
ロイドさん。
いつもみたいに余裕な顔で冗談めかして返されたらやっと俺たちに吐き出してくれたな。
Not what I would have thought should have been said, but I really thought Lloyd was gonna punch him. I think that would have been really well deserved. Like, bro, you idiot. Smack him in the face. That would have been really nice to see.
ロイドさん。
考えてみればランディも俺たちと同じ若造なんだよな。重いものを抱えているのはみんな知っているのに触れないように気遣ってばかりで力になってもらうばかりでランディの力にはなれなかった。
はい、そうね。
おいおい、だからそんな風に言ってもらう資格なんて。
ランディの過去も罪悪感もランディ、多分それはランディが自分の中で解決するべきものだと思う。その結果確かに自分のことが許せなくなることもあるかもしれない。だけど他の誰かがランディを許さなくても、たとえランディ自身が自分のことを許せなくても俺たちだけはランディのことを許すよ。
そうね。お互い許し認め合うことが仲間というものだから。前に皆さんが私の過去を受け入れてくれたように、私もランディさんの過去やナンパな性格やだらしないところを許します。私も許します。同じ軍人として避けては通れない問題ですし。
やれやれ、こういうのは僕のキャラじゃないんだけど、そもそも人は生きてるだけで何らかの罪を背負ってる存在だ。こう言っちゃなんだけど、エイドスの前じゃ大差ないんじゃない？
Why is he like, yeah, or one of them is like, you're one to talk, right?
俺たちは過去には生きられないし、今日という日を今という瞬間をひたむきに生きるしかないと思う。そして今この瞬間、俺たちは同じ時、もしランディがそれを少しでも嬉しく思ってくれているのなら、どうかランディを許す俺たちをそのまま受け入れてほしい。
たく、お前らと来たらなんで俺がそんな臭い言葉にさらされなきゃならねえんだ。どんな周知プレイだっつうの。
まあかつて私も通らされた道ですし前にあなたが言ったように支援家を選んでしまった時点でみんな誰かさんの被害者ということでしょ。
いや、だからなんで俺が
でも説得力はありそうですね
さすがの僕も天然地頃にはかなわないな。
俺は人殺しでろくでなしの半端野郎だ。生きがったところで化け物みたいな小娘相手には遅れを取っちまう程度だしな。こんな風にテンパって迷惑をかけちまうことだって。それでも構わねえか。
ああ、
ええ、もちろんどんどこいです。これからもよろしくお願いします。
雨降ってなんとやらかな。
マジ黙ってるって約束だったのにペラペラ喋りやがったな。
やだな、ちゃんと黙っていたのにロイドたちが勝手に君の行方を調べ始めてさ。
ちょっとマジ ジ君、君ランディ先輩が出て行ったこと知ってたの？
ワジ、お前な。
ワジさん、さすがにどうかと思うけど。
いや、僕だって行き先までは聞いてなかったんだし。やれやれ、これは僕が悪者ってオチかい？
まったくもう、たまにはワジさんも反省すべきではないかと。
よっしゃ、なんとか俺も動けるみたいだ。遅まきながらミレイユたちの様子を見に行ってみようぜ。
そうだな。
赤い星座、なんとか撤退してくれるといいんだけど。
Oh, it feels so good to hear this theme.
「どうやら赤い星座も一通り撤退したみたいね。略奪をした形跡も特にないみたいだし。
そうですか。
よかった、不幸中の幸いですね。
もともと必要がなければ無用な略奪はしない連中だ。逆に必要だったらどんなことでもやってのけるだろうが。
ランディ先輩、
大丈夫？ずいぶん無茶をしたって聞いたけど。
いいや、どうってことねえさ。せっかく封印を解いたライフルはしばらく使い物にならねえが。
あのすごいチェーンソーにガリガリやられちゃってたしね。
しかしシャーリーさんのチェーンソーライフルといい、赤い星座の両兵というのはとんでもない装備を持っていますね。
専門の武器工房にわざわざ依頼してるんだが、ま、ギオームの親方だったらなんとか修理できんだろう。
ああ、そうするといい。
町に戻ったら早速寄ってみましょうか。
でもよかった。またライフルを使えるようになったのね。
遅まきながらだがな。いや、お前さんにも随分心配をかけちまったな。
そうよ、最初からライフルを使えていれば今も警備隊に在籍したままで。違うんですからね。
Oh, I'll hush you.
このチャランポランな男が他でちゃんとやれるのかなって。
なんだか微笑ましいわね。ランディさんも気づいてはいるんでしょうけど。
01方面隊ミレイユです。あ、ご苦労様。それで連中の足取りは？何ですって？
どうしたんですか？
撤退した両兵たちが突如消えてしまったらしいわ。トンネル道の分かれ道から遺跡方面へ抜けたみたいだけど。
月の総員、その遺跡に逃げ込んだのではなく？
いえ、遺跡前の封鎖を突破した形跡はなかったそうよ。一体どこに？
あの辺りは切り立った崖ばかり。他に撤退できる場所なんてどこにもないはずなのに。
あのシャーリーって子に常識は通用しなさそうだけど。
おかしいとは思ったんだ。マインツ方面にいた連中だが、どう考えても数が少なすぎる。
何？
クロスベルに来ていたのは100人前後の大所帯だが、マインツ方面にいたのはせいぜい20人くらいだ。何よりもシグムントールランド、シャーリー以上のあの化け物はどこに行きやがったんだ。
それって。
ロスベル市が燃えているのか。
Whoa. Oh, they're just gonna end the chapter there. Interesting.
大変でしたね。わわ、大変でしたね。わわ、大変でしたね。はい、お疲れ様です。ふふ、さすが皆さんです。
Oh no, I'm 1 DP off. Where did I lose it? Ah, yeah, I'm supposed to have 259, I think. Okay, before we continue though, I want to talk about that whole sequence of events because, like, holy crap, Chapter 3 was so jam-packed with the cryptids, the marshlands, and now this. So, I mean, part of it because I did a pretty good job with the fight, but I feel like that whole ending thing, like this whole operation near the end was pretty anticlimactic. Like, it was hyped up to be like this huge thing, like, oh man, they're taking over mines, right? But then, like, we only fought twice, and that was it for the chapter. I mean, obviously, like, we had the setup, right, for the rest of Crossbell, and we, like, it was obviously a diversion, and then they wanted to take over the actual city, so now we gotta go back and save the city. Fine, that's all good. But, like, I don't know, the problem that I think I have is, again, I feel like with Randy, they do not use him to his full potential. And what I mean by that is like, again, I've been saying it over and over again, where, like, with Randy, my biggest issue with him is that, like, we learned that he was a Jaeger in Chapter 3 of Zero, and then it's never brought up again. And then in this game, they start bringing it up more because of the Red Constellation. But again, it's never brought up in full. So it's just like, here we go. Here's some more. Here's some more breadcrumbs. Here's some more breadcrumbs. And then, bam, here you go. Big decision. And it's like, on one hand, it boils down to two things. One, like, for the party, it makes sense. Like, you're not going to ask the guy, like, hey, Ben, tell me about your Jaeger life. Like, you're not going to do that to, you know, your party member and stuff like that. You're not going to pry into his life and whatnot, because he obviously doesn't want to talk about it and such. So that's perfectly fine. But I think the problem then comes in from a storyline perspective and the player's perspective, because it's just like, you know, he's a Jaeger. You know, Ellie gets time, Tio gets time, Noel gets a little bit of time, Wazzy gets a little bit of time with Lloyd. Randy gets a little bit of time with Lloyd in the race from the last game, but it's like, it doesn't feel as, to me at least, it doesn't feel as impactful, this whole ending sequence, because it's just like, I was never really that hyped up about it to begin with. I was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go save Randy because he's an idiot and he decided to do this on his own. Cool. But, like, it never really felt like, yo, like, we're gonna go save Randy. And this whole like last conversation, it was a pretty cool conversation. Not how I really would have done things personally if I were to change stuff. I probably would have had Lloyd actually punch Randy in the face and be more mad, as opposed to his smiling self. Like, you know, you probably shouldn't laugh in that situation, but hey, you know what? The SSS is the SSS. But, like, at the same time, it's like, I really thought in this whole thing, we'd be fighting some more Jaegers, like, it'd be more like predefined battles that we've seen, like, in Sky and Cold Steel, and even a little bit in Zero, where they had, like, predefined battles, and even in this game, too, with Orcus Towers. So it was a little kind of disappointing almost to see that, like, we fought the Cougars, and then we came up, we had a cutscene, which was awesome. The cutscene was cool, but then we just fought Shirley, and it's like, all right, yeah, that's the end of it. Again, it makes sense because of probably what's coming up, but at the same time, like, because it's the end of the chapter, and previous chapters have done a lot more, it's kind of like, okay, hang on now. So I gotta say, like, it's cool, but I just feel so hesitant to say, like, yo, like, that was amazing. I'm actually inclined to say, like, that was kind of, I'm wanting more, because I know more can be done with the characters. And, you know, for this 1 second, too, because I know I make a lot of comparisons to Sky and Cold Steel. Cold Steel, because we've seen on the channel, we've seen, to a degree, kind of what character development is like in that game, in those first two games, and it's relatively pretty good, even though a lot of it is hid behind bonding events, which is kind of a cheap way of doing this sort of stuff, but hey, you know, that's what exists. And Sky is Sky, it's really well done, and they do a much better job with a lot of characters than the entire rest of the series does. But if I look at just Zero, and I look at just Azure, then I think like they did it perfectly fine with Tio. They did it perfectly fine with Ellie in the last game with her development. They've half done it with Wazzy, and they haven't really done much with Noel anyway, but it's not like she's a complicated character to begin with, so it's like there's not really a whole lot to delve into her. But it's like, with those, there was always... It made sense at the time because it led up to the backstory and the development for that character. Like, when we learned about Tio and we were going through those tunnels, like, that was a pretty cool little thing. You know, we learned about her at not at Paradise, at the cult, and how the brother, you know, Lloyd's brother saved her, blah, 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 and all that fun stuff. And I was like, yeah, you know what? This is a really good, heartfelt one-to-one moment. When we do the race in Zero, I'm like, I remember I also said too, like, yo, this is really cool. We finally get some bonding time with Randy because he's a really cool character. Only for it to really never go anywhere. And Ellie, well, you know, she's not the most complicated character, even though she claims to be a complicated character. But, you know, she had her moment too in Chapter 2 of Zero with the whole Ernest thing and being like, hey, you know, maybe I should go back or maybe I should stay part of the SSS, you know, like deep down behind the scenes, even though it wasn't really shown or told to us, like, you know, it's there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel so like conflicted, but half disappointed. It was just with this chapter, with the end of this chapter, because it's just like they were building up to so much, and then it's like, all right, cool, we're friends again. Like, oh, yay, that's it. Sure, I guess. But oh well, onwards and forwards. Oh yeah, this song. Let's go. I love this song. Even though it has fun memories of the, Oh, it's because the performance is going on right now. That's why the song is playing. Yeah, boy. Let's see Shirley. Let's see Sully go. Yeah! I just love seeing Sully's model go around like that. It's so cool. I love seeing them dance like this. Osaka killed it with this song. It's so good. I also would love to hear this type of song in an East game where it's like a tempo, but with this exact tempo. I feel like that would be like super ethereal and like super cool to in an action RPG to hear something like this just running around. I think it'd be super cool to see.
し新しいシーンが一つ入るだけで変わるもんだぜ。ああ、イリアと劇団長の執念といったところだな。はい、シュリちゃんだけど、私がいなくなっても。どうしたの？おかしなところでもあったか？この気配はジュ、どうしてこんな時に？まさか。
Oh, hi!
なんとか間に合ってよかった。せっかくの追加シーンをぶち壊すのはもったいないけど、最高に盛り上がりそうだし、構わないよね。下がりなさい。
Whoa! Oh, Ilya! Whoa! Well, that's what I get for talking about lack of character impact. Okay, that was a pretty poorly timed joke.
よかった。 D 社、次の幕が。
Oh, dang.
手を運ぶぞ。分かった。
うわー、そんなになってまで舞台が大事なんて。やっぱりイリアはすごいよね。リーシャがこだわる理由もわかるよ。
ブラッディ・シャリー。
女の子？
誰ですの？あー！
銃だ！銃を持ってるぞ！
助けて、エイド様！あなたたちはそうそう、それが見たかったんだよ。混じりっ気のない強さ。変装なんかで余計な力を使ってない全力のリーシャ魔王さ。それリーシャの部屋から持ってきてあげたんだよ。最高の舞台を用意したんだから思いっきり楽しもう。許さない、シャーリー・オルランド。
Chapter 4, Crossbell's Fate. Well, we're starting off this one with a bang. Holy crap. All the other chapters have been really calm. But I like that. I like we're leading right into the rising action here.
計じゃねえか。この先も俺が強くなり続けるためだ。悪くないアドバイスだぜ。
なんだこりゃ。ボールアパートが完全にクラッシュ。なんだあの化け物は。
いいところに来やがったな。てめえらにはここで犠牲になってもらうぜ。この俺の過去と弱さ、守らなきゃならねえ余計なもんの正体。
え、まさかバルドさん。
はあ
Oh man.
先輩たち、みんな、コウキさん、しっかりしてください。ダメだ、お前だけでも逃げ。
てめえもいたか。
化け物。
ちょうどいい。てめえもこの手でそのくらいにしておけ。
わあ、でっけえな。
なんだあれは。
お前たちは周辺の鎮火に当たれ。
わかった。
ジンゴ、あんたはこの辺りの連中を避難させな。
そうする。
ハゲ坊主、武器商人か。お前らも俺に力を見せてくれんのか。望みとあらば和事の許可は得ているし、存分に相手させてもらおう。
やれやれ、直接ドンパチはスタイルじゃない。うちの店の近くで好き勝手やった男
She just pulls out a bazooka.
つけてもらおうかね。
Actually, it's so good. He just pulls out a bazooka.
上等だ。このバルトバレスの力、骨の髄までたっぷりと味わってもらおうか。
Well, Heiyui's probably gonna act up too, now, aren't they? Because of this.
来たか。ここは死守する。建物には近づけるな。はっ。
Look at them go.
兵ゆえの剣士どもか。
元気で結構なことだ。特別サービスだ。この首を取るチャンスをやろう。全員でかかってくるがいい。
我らを愚弄するか。よせ、そいつは。
その程度か。サオの右腕か。相手をしてやってもいいが、用があるのは貴様のボスでな。全員で仕留めろ。
やっ。
無駄だ。
やれやれ、もう少し静かに訪問していただきたいところですが。
この後も少々立て込んでいるんでな。しかし白蘭流、さすがと言っておいてやろう。この社員の少なさ。俺たちの襲撃
あなた方のような戦争好きと正面からぶつかるほど無謀ではありませんので
にもかかわらず逃げもせずに待っていたとは、このオーガの相手をしてくれるということか。
それこそまさかあなた相手ではインドのですら分が悪いと言わざるを得ません。少々確認したいことがあってお待ちしていただけですよ。
確認したいこと。
何、あなた方の今の契約者は一体何者なんですか。
やはり貴様はなかなか見込みがあるようだ。逃がしたか。
シグムント様、
ザオの部下は。
申し訳ありません。手傷は負わせましたが
逃げられたか。まあいい、せいぜい闇に潜んで牙を研いでおくがいい。よし、仕上げに入るぞ。ここを爆破次第 IBC ビルに向かう。
やあ、
No, we just oh man, we just ran him over 3 times. No, indeed, no, you ran him over.
ひどい。こんなこと。
とにかく状況がどうなっているか確か。
セルゲイだ。聞こえるか。
課長、
ご無事ですか。
ああ、なんとかな。警察本部が襲われたんで、支援課の方で各方面の連絡を受け持っている状況だ。
警察本部が。
急いで行かないと。
いや、そっちはすでにソーニャの部隊が向かっている。できればお前たちは港湾区の方に向かってくれ。
港湾区。
つい先ほど傭兵の一部がそのまま IBC ビルに乗り込んでいったらしい。現在敵の主力部隊はオルキスタワーを攻めている。アリオスやダドリーが持ちこたえているようだが、警備隊の助けは必要だろう。他の遊撃士たちは市街地に放たれた軍用魔銃を片付けるので手一杯のようだ。駆けつけられるとしたらお前たちしかいない。
ですが、そちらの方は大丈夫なんですか。
通行人は可能な限り支援課の中に避難させた。サイトが番をしているから軍用魔銃も近寄ってこないしな。ちゃんとキーヤもいるし。ああ、心配するな。
そうですか。
なんとか大丈夫そうだね。
わかりました。これより港湾区に向かいます。
ああ、くれぐれも気をつけろ。
IBC ビル、ミラ目当てってことかな。
わからないけど、とにかく急いだ方が良さそうだ。本当は襲撃されたっていう警察本部も気になるけど。
はい。でもとにかく急ぎましょう。 IBC ビルにも皆さんの知り合いがいましたよね。そうね、ベルがいる可能性は高いわ。ヨナや主任も祭壇の事務所にいると思います。
とりあえず港湾区に着いたところで車は止めた方がいいだろう。下手に車で近づいたらパンツァーファウストをぶっ放されるかもしれねえ。
その危険もあるのか。
了解しました。港湾区の入り口まで急ぎます。
Shortly after, the Triple S parted ways with the CGF armored cars in the administrative district. They then headed for the Harbor District via the East Street while avoiding the battles that had broken out in the city. Oh, they destroyed Hayway, alright.
Hayway のビルが。
まあ、あのツァオたちが簡単にやられたとも思えないけど。
時間がねえ。とにかく IBC に向かうぞ。
For the time being, Randy will be a mandatory attack member. Please select which character you'd like to send to the back lines. I will send Lloyd to support. No, Lazzy to support. Okay. So I think in this case, actually what I might do is I might bring Tio in the front because she has better crafts for this situation. Welcome back, team. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, at least he comes in with a lot of good stuff. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Okay. Orbs. Defense 2, Sword Breaker, Hit 2, HP 2. I mean, this is pretty much what we're gonna get with them, aren't we? Because craft-wise, Tio has 0 field, but she also has energy circle, which is good too. Yeah. But first, we need to go to CNS for a battle. There's a crisis happening outside. This is the last place I would expect to be quiet right now. Do you think Grace and the others evacuated us to somewhere safer? No, I can sense several people still within the building. So can I. It ain't good. It ain't a good feeling. Aren't you the? I recognize you. You're the receptionist here. Shh, keep your voices down. What's going on here? Things are bad. There are armed men inside the building. No. I was afraid of that. One of the units broke in here. We're still not sure about the situation in the city, but yes, I believe so. Everyone else in the building was immediately taken hostages at gunpoint. I was away from my post at the time I managed to hide. A lucky break. Where is everyone else right now? I believe there are still 2 attackers on the top floor. The city's really in chaos right now. What good would calling for help do? What should we do? We can handle this. We'll save Grace and the others. You will? Thank you so much. Now that we know the situation, we should make sure we're fully prepared before heading upstairs. Keep in mind that our opponents are part of the strongest Jaeger Corps. We can't be too hasty. She can heal us. Not that we really need it. Grace and those are being held by captive by upstairs by the Jaegers. You get to go, Lloyd? Yeah, everyone brace yourselves. Yes, sir. Have you all lost your minds? What do you hope to gain by attacking the city? We have our reasons, and they aren't any of your business. Keep your mouth shut and you'll survive. If you don't, then no promises. We'll silence you ourselves. No, please. I only came here to make a delivery. Why do I have to get caught up in this? Bring it on. Don't think for a second you shake this crossbelly with a measly threat or two. If you got the stones, then go ahead and try. What are you doing, Grace? Why are you provoking them? Don't lose your cool. Stay behind me. And you too. If you lay a finger on her, it'll be the last thing you do. Rhines. Listen to the mouth on this one. You think I'm gonna fall for that? Just shut the hell up until the operation's finished. Operation? What are you planning? Intruders! Lloyd? Captain Randolph? Commencing suppression. Take him down. Yow. And I don't have to scan. And you're blinded. I think, actually, Noel has EP Cut too, so I will actually put that onto Tio. Man, remember when Randy also could go across the entire field?
勝利ですね。
We have no choice but to withdraw. Wait! Okay, that happened. They seriously jumped? I would have liked the opportunity to ask them a few questions. Oi, you guys alright? We're fine. What about you, Grace? Are all of you unharmed? Yeah, thankfully no one was injured. Thanks to you guys anyway. You got here just in time. Seriously, Grace, you could have gotten yourself killed back there. I was fearing the worst once you started provoking them. Come on, I was only giving them a taste of their own medicine. As a journalist, I can't fall in the face of threats of violence. What about me? What about Ryan's? I've never seen that side of you, partner. I didn't know you cared about me enough to put your life on the line. I guess I got swept up in the heat of the moment. I wasn't really thinking about what I was saying. Don't be so modest, chap. You were a regular knight in shining armor there. But aside, we're glad you're all safe. I'm still confused as to why the Jaegers would target the news service. That is cause for concern. This should not have been a location with attacking people from their perspective, unlike the Heiyue building. I think I might know. They might have been gunning for the international receiver over there. In other words, that receiver can send orbital waves outside a crossbow. It's possible they're trying to prevent Heiyue from coming here to request backup from the public. That would make sense. I gotta agree. When they first got to the harbor district, they came straight here before hitting Heiyue. Honestly, it all happened pretty darn fast. We were totally caught with our pants down. Regardless of why they came in here, we need to hurry. Heiyue's been torched. They're targeting the IBC building next. You're right. If they're willing to go this far, I doubt they're after Mira. You should all stay inside until we get the situation under control. Yeah, we will. You guys are going out there? Watch if there's backs out there, you hear? If you manage to clean this mess up, I promise the front page is yours. I thought I was encouraging you enough, Grace. Alright, team, to the IBC building! Augment, quads, EP cut 2, give you EP cut 2. What else you got? Can I get me a Talus? Nope. That's okay. I know at least you have a holy breath. And Lloyd does not anymore. Why is Randy has some stuff. Okay. They all have Talus at least. Hang on now. Oh, actually? Yeah. Just for now. I'll replace all that later. He building is completely destroyed. No doubt this was the handiwork of my uncles and the others. I can smell gunpowder burning in the air. I know the smell of red constellations mixed anywhere. Yeah, I could tell it's the same as what was used at the entrance to the deserted mine outside of mines. There's no sign of cow or his men. I'm confident they managed to escape. Yes, but looking at the damage around the building, there must have been a struggle. I can't imagine they left unscathed. I hope Rishia is okay too. Tonight was supposed to be the opening for their encore performance. I'm worried too, but we wouldn't have time to head back to the entertainment district. Come on, we have to get to the IBC.
何がも何も銃を持った連中が乱入してビルから出て行けと。特殊合金製のゲートもあっという間に破壊された。赤い星座危険度 S とは聞いていたが、あんたら
ヨナ主任無事でしたか。
なんとか生 きなり銃を突きつけられちゃったけど、
流れてる情報よりもはるかにヤベえ連中じゃんか。しかもあの赤毛のおっさん、連中のボスじゃねえのか。
ボスって？
オーガロッソか。
ああ、化け物みてえなおっさんだよ。
ベルは脱出していないの。お嬢様でしたらちょうどミシュラムの方へ。ナオは逃れているはずですわ。
どうやら余計な民間人は
一体何をするつもりなんでしょうか。
ろくでもねえ予感がしやがる。とにかく行ってみようぜ。
ああ、
東通りは比較的安全。そちらに向かってギルドを頼ってください。
わかった。皆さん誘導しますから。
When you talk to Roberts, he can heal you. If you talk to Lan Fei, she can give you some medicine, but we're good on items. Let's do this.
Na かなかいいタイミングで駆けつけてくるんだ。おじき
シグムント・オールランド、一体どういうつもりだ。クロスベルしてこんなことを。罪もない人々を踏みにじった。
これも帝国政府の差し金だと言うんですか。
言っただろう。契約についてはノーコメント。それよりランドルフ、ベルゼルガーはどうした？
せっかく直したのにあんたの娘に壊されてな。だがあれがなくったってあんたは俺がここで止める。赤き死神でも特務支援課のメンバーランディ・オルラン
ランディ
さん。
抗うことに決めならばその言葉の重みに釣りオーガロスシグムントを退けてな。
なんて同期。
本当に人間かい？
貴様らが届けばここで引いてやってもいい。だがこちらもビジネスでな。制限時間は用意させてもらうぞ。
わからねえが全力でやるしかね
え。どこまで持つか。
この勝負絶対に負ける。
Oh, he wasn't kidding. We actually have a time limit here. Well, that's helpful. Okay. Oh my god. We just got destroyed. Let's try that again. Well, I don't, at least I don't have to do that. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to beat him in 5 minutes. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Not with my setup. So the way this one works is if you defeat the boss, you get 5 DP. If you reduce the boss to 50% or lower, you get 3. Reduce the boss to around below 75%, which I think I did, is 2 DP. Survive until the time limit is 1, and if you game over, obviously you get nothing. But there's no, I have no way of actually doing enough damage to take him out. Not with that current party. And not even if I had, like, Randy's good enough, but there's no way even with Noel that I could do that. Oh! Just blew up the whole IBC. Well then.
クロスベルの象徴もああなっちゃ大きい。しかし赤い星座か、うちの強化傭兵程度じゃ太刀打ちできなさそうだね。さすがにこういうのはあなたの流儀に反するのかな。
そうですね。ですが本来戦とは非常なるもの。あの者たちはあの者たちの流儀で戦場。
なるほど。ああ、博士、いきなりどうしたのさ。え？ 1機目が完成しそうだって。はいはい、分かったよ。手伝いに戻ればいいんだね。というわけで僕もしばらく失礼させてもらうよ。約束の日までの見届け、あなたにお任せしていいんだよね。
ええ、構いません。この地を巡る運命、しかと見届けさせてもらいましょう。
一体外はどうなっているんだ。
夫は、あの人は無事なのかしら。
皆さん落ち着いて。今入った連絡によると、謎の武装集団が撤退を開始したそうです。安全が確認され次第、ちゃんと家に戻れますよ。
そうなの？おお、エイドスよ。ご加護に感謝します。
課長、もう大丈夫なの？
ああ、ひとまずはな、ロイドたちのやつ無事でいるといいんだが。
大丈夫、ロイドたちなら平気だよ。
ああ、そうだな。なんだかんだ言って奴らも成長しているからな。ひょっとしたらかつてのセルゲー藩より。はい、こちらダドリーか。そっちの様子はどうだ？何？両兵どもの飛行艇だと？
やっぱりどうやってもこれが一番マシみたい。もしもし？
Oh, Kia got her own little phone too.
大丈夫。もうちゃんと決心できたから。
Breaking news, Crossbell City raided. Just as the night fell, we here at the CNS heard something surprising. The sound of gunfire. Crossbell City was being raided by Jaegers. Fires raged as we were held captive. Now the dawn has come, we will do our best to retell all that transpired and shed light on the many wounds our great city has suffered. Tragedy strikes Arkansas. The Raiders stormed the theater during the group's first showing of its encore performance and let loose haphazard machine gun fire. Many were injured. Amidst the turmoil, the grand chandelier was cut down and pinned Ilia Platier beneath it. Her wounds were critical, and she was rushed to St. Ursula Medical College to receive emergency surgery. Until new information becomes available, her current status is unknown. The Arkansas Theater is now off limits to the public. Rampage at the Downtown Demon. A giant monster appeared downtown and destroyed several buildings. Local Crossbellians sustained both minor and major damages. The demon, believed to be associated with the Raiders, roared so loudly that it could be heard from Central Square and Station Street. Explosion at CPD headquarters. The militia also attacked the CPD's headquarters, destroying the security shutters and blowing up the lobby. Experts believe this to have been a preventive attack meant to slow the police response to the raid. In the aftermath, nearly the entire city was overtaken by the Raiders. They engaged in firefights, committed arson, and demolished a trading company's office in the Harbor District. IBC building destroyed in the explosion. The IBC headquarters, one of the most cutting-edge buildings in the city, has been gutted by a series of explosions. Due to the IBC's importance to both people of Crossbell and the international economy at large, many are distressed over its destructions. Attackers repel from Orcus Tower. It is highly unlikely the Raiders' primary target was the heart of Crossbell's government, Orcus Tower. An estimated half their forces attempt to seize it. The fighting is said there to have been more intense than elsewhere in the city. Luckily, A-rank bracer, Arius McLean, happened to be present and cooperated with the police to drive back the Raiders after hours of non-stop combat. The tower's plaza remains inaccessible, but officials state all administrative functions will be restored in the next few days. A message to all Crossbellians and our neighbors. As the sun appeared over the horizon, the Raiders vanished to goddess knows where. Our perpetrators are gone, the wounds they left behind remain. Crossbell has suffered because of a militant force who perpetrated acts of wanton violence with no clear motive or objective. We here at Crossbell News Service cannot help but feel intense anger at this national chain of events. I would like to take a moment to pray for all the brave CGF and CPD members who lost their lives in the conflict. My deepest sympathies go out to the injured and those who otherwise experienced loss. Additionally, I would like to thank everyone involved in bringing this conflict to a close. Even if it was beyond their abilities, there were those who, without hesitation, helped evacuate other citizens even as their homes burned around them. These brave heroes deserve the highest praise someone like me can bestow upon them. Crossbell has been battered and bruised. However, I believe that we can recover. To all Crossbellians and our closest neighbors, I beg of you all, please pray for a peace to return to this land of ours. Senior Writing Staff. 1 week after the Red Constellation raided Crossbell City, security levels in surrounding nations had risen due to the attack on the IBC building. In response, Maria Bell, in her role as acting CEO, had all customer data backed up on terminals at Orcus Tower. Her crisis management successfully assuaged the concerns of foreign leaders, and slowly, international tensions began to subside. However, the scars left on Crossbell citizens remained. News that Adelia Platier had been gravely injured in the attack came as a great shock both in and out of the state. The destruction of the CPD's headquarters and the Red Constellation's whereabouts being unknown had gripped the city with an indescribable anxiety. Slowly, rumors began to spread that Erebonia was the one who ordered the Red Constellation's attack on Crossbell. The referendum on the state's independence, which had been postponed due to the raid, was 3 days from being held.
そうか、戻るのか。
はい。本当なら半年は勉強させていただくつもりでしたが。
No! No!
いろいろ考えて戻らせていただくことにしました。
Damn it, no!
そっか。
無理もないわ。今回の件で警備隊もかなりの損害を負ったみたいだし。
まあ、優秀な若手隊員は喉から手が出るほど欲しいだろう。
優秀かどうかは疑問ですけど、すみません。せっかく復興作業が一段落して通常業務に戻れた矢先に。
Man, I was just talking about this earlier in the stream too. No! No!
いや、気にしないでくれ。
You're actually my favorite. Ah, that hurts.
今のクロスペルの状況で警備隊の役割は大きいしな。
寂しくなりますけど、納得するしかありませんね。ノエル、いなくなっちゃうの？うん。キーヤちゃんに会えなくなるのはすごく寂しいけど。そっか。でもまたいつでも遊びに来ちゃうから、それこそ普段と一緒に。ノエルさん。
妹さん、しばらく退院できなさそうだって。
手術は成功したし、意識も取り戻したから、やっぱり体力が全然戻っていないみたいで。そう。先輩、そんな顔しないでくださいよ。あの子だって警察官ですから、相応の危険は覚悟してましたし、自分にも責任があるとか思ったらダメですよ。
わかった。しかしそうなると今日がノエルの仕事納めか。はい、
今日一日精一杯頑張らせてもらいます。よろしくお願いします、皆さん。
ああ、こちらこそ。
ノエルさん、よろしくお願いするわね。
各種手続きは俺の方でやっておこ それと晩飯は久々にどこか外にでも繰り出すか。特別に俺のおごりにしてやる。
セルゲイ課長
いいですね。
なかなかの太っ腹。
それなら僕の馴染みのホストクラブでも行くかい？綺麗どころを集めて豪勢な送別会を準備するけど。
お？ありかもしれねえな。俺としては綺麗な姉ちゃんのいる店の方が嬉しいが。
そういう問題じゃないでしょ。
Well, it's not like Noel said no.
ならばミッシーショーがあるミシュラムワンダーランド内のレストランとか。そんなお店があるの？
それ以前にお前ら俺の財布の中身を考えろっての。
とりあえず今日は夜までに仕事を終わらせないとな。
Oh god, what did I have? Give monster extermination, battlefield investigation, right? A person investigation, charity event collaboration, and a downtown reconstruction support.
さすがに数が多いわね。
ですが緊急性の高いものは来ていなさそうですね。
そうだね。アッパスのも余裕があればって感じだし。
ま、各地を回りつつぼちぼち進めてみようぜ。
なあみんな、仕事の合間でいいからウルスラ病院に行かないか？
そうね、いいと思うわ。ここ1週間ほど忙しすぎて様子を見に行けなかったし。
賛成だぜ。フランちゃんが目を覚ましたんならぜひともお見舞いしねえとな。
でも
確かに端末であの賑やかな声が聞けないのは。
はい、せめて声だけでも聞きたいです。
ノエル、遠慮しないでくれ。俺たちにとってもフランは大切なサポート役なんだからさ。
皆さん、それじゃあ一区切りついたらウルスラ病院に行きましょう。
I would have preferred the sad theme still keep playing, but wow. Wow. You know, and I was just talking about how it felt like there wasn't a whole lot happening at the end of chapter 3, which I still agree, there wasn't a whole lot happening. It's not like my opinions changed or anything, but you know, what a way to start chapter 4. Just one after another. Very impressive, I'd say. Very, very impressive. I liked everything about that. I'm so sad that Nola's leaving us, though. Look, what am I gonna do? Her room. Safe travels, guys. Thanks, Kia. We're off. I guess it's the last time we'll be hearing that for a while. You're really going to miss her, aren't you? I can't imagine what it must feel like. I could never go through without leaving someone as cute as Kia. I'm gonna miss you, Noel, but you don't be sad because of me. I'll be waiting for you and Fran to come over here and play when she gets better. Thank you, Kia. You heard the girl, Noel. You better rebuild the CGF better than ever so you can afford another transfer back here ASAP. Fran will also get well soon as she can. You guys are right. I'll do whatever it takes to be reunited with Kia's smiling face as soon as possible. Oh boy, you know how she can get when she's on a mission. Man, why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta take away my party member like that?
そういえばノエルさんの運転も今日が最後なんですよね。
That too.
そうか。
私もすごく残念です。この子 個人的にもかなり気に入ってましたし、でもロイドさんたちももうかなり運転できますよね。
なあ、休みの日なんかノエルに鍛えてもらったしな。
Do we have a
わかりやす
license?
くてとっても助かっちゃったわ。
でも総長っていうより鬼軍曹って感じだったかな。
それは君が減らず口ばかり叩くからでしょ。やればちゃんとできるのに交通ルールも覚えてこないし。
ま、厳しく教えられるのも軍人には必要な資質だからな。とりあえず今日いっぱいはプロの運転を堪能させてもらうぜ。
なあ、ノエル、よろしく頼むよ。
はい、お任せください。どうしますか？
All right. We can also buy crossbow times 8, which I think we already read. Oh no. Mayor Croy's investigation. Oh. Breaking news, Mayor Croy's investigation. Confusion in the wake of the raid. Mayor Croy has ordered a full-scale investigation of the recent terror attacks and to the actions of the Red Constellation Jaeger Corps. The same day, the mayor announced the mobilization of the CGF and 1st Division alongside the CPD's investigation. Next, Speaker McDowell took to the podium. Right now, calming our citizens and quelling international anxiety is an absolute priority, said the speaker. Next, the mayor answered a series of rapid-fire questions. In response to one reporter wondering if there were plans to reconstruct the IBC building, the mayor simply replied, "No plans at this time." The state of the injured. Many of the wounded CGF and police personnel had to be taken to the hospital at St. Ursula to receive treatment. Approximately half of the patients have since been discharged. However, the downcast faces of visiting family and friends persist. Though doctors say her life is not in immediate danger, Ilya Pate remains comatose. The only silver lining is that her injuries are less serious than others we are caring for, said a Solon hospital staffer. Voting day draws near. After being postponed due to the recent terror attacks, the referendum's voting day has been set to just 3 days from now. Though many of us are still grappling with intense sorrow, this vote demands attention. For the time, Crossbellians will have a direct say in our home's future. I ask that you all seal your hearts and cast your votes after carefully considering the matter at hand. Event charity drive to be held. Today, the Business Owners Association is holding a charity event at the Civic Center. The program will consist of a piano concert, a gala with a buffet, and a surprise, according to a staff member with the event. Proceeds will benefit the victims of the raid. If you have mirror to spare, please consider supporting the cause. Notice the upcoming Gourmet's Guide. The Crossbell's news service will be releasing the Gourmet's Guide to Crossbell to highlight gourmet eateries across the state. In addition to our picks in the Gourmet Scoop column, we will also share some spots of celebrities we love. Keep an eye out, we may even get the opinions of some folks who recently made the news. There have been a lot of depressing news stories lately, but maybe you can spread some cheer and fill your stomach at the same time. Why not go sightseeing and try some foods from the various restaurants across the state with our guide in hand? Interesting. Friends, it's this guy. How's it going, SSS? Good morning, members of the SSS and Sergeant Major Seeker. Good morning. Are you stationed here for the day, Franz? This is usually Kate's post. Yeah, Officer Kate is elsewhere working on a different case. I was assigned here to cover for her. It's still strange to stand here and not see the Bell of Crossbell ever since the Red Constellation stole it. That's why they've strengthened watch around here, right? It's only natural. The bell was a city symbol after all. Maybe it's just window dressing, but the CGF was also ordered to guard the spot too. I just can't believe they stole a bell. Like, why? You have no leads as to why they stole the bell or where it was taken to, correct? Unfortunately, the CPD and the CGF are currently on the hunt, but no luck thus far. That damn uncle of mine and the rest of those jackasses. Why the hell did they do this? It's not exactly the easiest thing to up and walk away with either. They must have gone through a lot of trouble. Anyway, we'll leave the retrieve of the bell to you while we focus on our own work. I'll see you later, friends. Good luck guarding the city. See you later, Lloyd. There's also some new equipment. I have no money. And I just upgraded y'all too. Aw, man. And Noel was the first one I got all over his slots open too. Ah, that's a pain. That's a pain in the butt. Well, I better start working on you two. Oh, well, at least I can make 3s. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh, you're so expensive. I would love to make you. I'll probably pick a few up as I go around questing and everything. Admin district. City Hall. Okay, well, whatever. And we can get a new thing. And then we head over to East Street to talk to Michelle. Oh, hey guys, I got a quick question for you. You seen Arios around today? Arios? No, I can't say that we have. Has something happened to Arios? He was supposed to go to Orcus Tower to discuss the guild's role at the mayor. His Enigma got busted during the raid too. We've been too busy dealing with the aftermath to get him a new one, so it's a bit of a pain to getting in contact with him. The discussion should be done by now, so I'm waiting for him to get his divine blade butt back here already. Maybe he's taking the senior crowd back. We'll let Arios know if we run into him. Thanks, I appreciate it. Then we got back alley. There's a lot of these little ones, so I'm just kind of going all through them. It's locked. First Division's investigation is over, so it should be empty. They disappeared without a trace in that airship. Where could they have gone? CGF hasn't let their guard down since that night. They're still looking. Randy, are you alright? Yeah, don't worry about me. We just need to settle things once and for all for the next time we face them. Yeah, you're right. Dudley, this is a surprise. SSS. I didn't expect you to run into you lot here. You all returned a working support request today, is that right? Yeah, we're helping however we can. If you don't mind us asking, have you heard anything about the Red Constellation's whereabouts? Tracking them down has been nothing but a thorn in the First Division's side. We were expecting the Imperial government to make a statement, but there's been nothing but radio silence from Erebonia. If they're planning something, it'll likely come after the referendum is had. Our division is working tirelessly to be ready for anything. I can imagine. What brings you here then? You're looking pretty down the dumps. I didn't take you as the type to drink his problems away. I may enjoy imbibing, but I would never drink before noon, let alone when I'm working. This here is merely a soda. You did a good job fooling me. What about you, Bennings? Do you drink? I do, but not often. What? He does? Well then, damn, I didn't know. Huh. At least that's one way you haven't taken after Guy. Did you used to drink here with my brother, Dudley? Yes, on rare occasions. In fact, it was Guy that introduced me to Garante. He always did have a knack for finding lesser-known spots. With the way he liked to go looking for trouble? Yeah, I bet. So, which of you two held their liquor better? There's no way you two didn't throw down at some point. No comment. What I will say, Battings, is that Guy and Held are looking far better than any of you greenhorns ever could dream to. Alright, Sudsley, you ain't never seen me drink. I'll waste you so hard you'll be thinking about putting on your beer goggles in the morning. 4 eyes? I'd be happy to drink you under the table one night, Orlando, if that's what you want. Okay, easy, guys. I'm not surprised Deli is hyper-competitive, even when it comes to drinking. Isn't Lloyd like 18? Well, I guess Japan's probably age of drinking is not 21, so... Yes, this is the song I wish that still kept playing, because it's just the mood that's needed right now. Speak to the police officer. The only one. And JK. Working hard, everyone? Oh, CG, no. Hello, ma'am. Sergeant Major's with you. That must mean this is the SSS. Do you require something from the Guardian Force? No, something like that. We wanted to see what the status of the IBC building is after what happened. How bad is it? Not good. All that's left is a burned out husk. It's going to be near impossible to rebuild it. They're still assessing the full extent of the damage, however. Ellie, what are all of you doing here? Belle, you are here too, Marie Belle? Yes, I came to inspect the IBC building myself. Would all of you care to chat? It's been a while, Marie Belle. It's good to see you all right. I think the last time we were together like this was on our way back from the Michelin trip. Yes, it has been too long since I've seen all of your faces. I understand that you were at the scene when the building was destroyed. What's the most important is that you're safe. Same to you, Belle. We're that you were at Michelin at the time of the incident. Thank goodness you're okay. Oh, Ellie, were you that worried about me? That must be true love speaking. Belle, you're my best friend. Of course I was worried about you. You know, you're surprisingly relaxed for someone whose family business just went up in flames. He's right. I knew you were level-headed when it comes to business, but I was impressed by your composure. Then I must be doing a good job keeping it together. But don't think for a second that I don't understand how serious this is. So it really is that bad. That guardsman was just saying all that's left is a burned-out husk. It's worse than bad. All the things that could have happened. The IBC building was destroyed. I personally escorted Miss Croy to the accident site earlier, and it's just as bad as she says. We were searching for a way to recover the safes and separate ingots that were stored in the basement, but it was a struggle. Honestly, I've given up on that for now. Rebuilding a completely destroyed building is more than we bargained for. It'll take time to just clear the rubble. Thankfully, we were able to transfer the bank's day-to-day operations to Orcus Tower for the time being. I heard about that. I'm impressed at how quick the backup data was retrieved. As were the other countries from the sound of it. I did start off as a systems specialist, so of course I'd made some precautions. We're able to serve our customers at Orcus Tower now, too, so it's not all bad. That doesn't mean I still don't want to burn the Red Constellation down myself to get back at them. I'm busy even on the best of days, and now those barbarians have increased my workload even more. I would tear them limb from limb myself if I could. I've never seen you so furious. That reminds me, Belle. What happened to your precious Rosenberg dolls? Were they destroyed and left in rubble too? Oh, that. As it so happens, part of the building's emergency protocol is for the maid who cleans my room to put them in their trunks and take them to safety. So fortunately, my children are all safe. Good planning truly does pay off. It's been a silver lining to this whole mess. Well, at least she can rest easy and be happy about her dolls. If only she cared about my well-being as much as she does theirs. Excuse me, Miss Croy, but it's almost time. It's been pleasant chatting with you all, but all good things must come to an end. We'll have to catch up again some other time. Please excuse me. Don't mention it. We didn't mean to keep you when you're busy. Till next time, Belle. Have a good day. All that's left is Orcus Tower inside the city. Speak to the man on the roof and he'll give you sunshine. Okay. I won't read the sunshine today, but... the backup trumpets here are so good coming up right now. And right here. Those are so good. Those are so good. It's so subtle and only there for a couple seconds, but it's so good. They show a recipe in a place that I've never been to. According to this guide, I have no idea where this is. Government Admin District. Examine the poster at the City Hall's second floor West Hall. Where is that? That's Orcus. That's CPD. Is there like another entrance or something that I'm not aware of? What the heck? I've never been in this room. What is this room? Oh, this is the oh, I have been in this room. This is where the buffet is. What the heck? I don't think I've ever actually walked in here. There's always been cutscenes in here. What? I had no... Is that... What? I have never walked in there. Okay, well, there's one more event we can do outside of Crossbow before we start some more side quests. How many recipes do I have? I think I have almost all of them. 19 owned. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 recipes is all I need, actually, yeah. There he is. Arios. The SSS. I didn't expect to see all of you here. Michelle's been wondering where you've been. I heard the mayor contacted you about something. Correct. I told him it was unnecessary, but it was insistent on thanking me for what happened. Fighting off the Jaegers in front of Orcus Tower could not have been easy. Yeah, man, even the Crosswell Times was stroking your ego again. Nothing wrong with feeling good about yourself every once in a while. Maybe. Don't forget that I had Dudley to rely on too. Regardless, speaking with the mayor didn't take as long as I'd feared. So I took the opportunity to stop by here before returning to the guild. Hopefully, Michelle can forgive me for playing hooky for just a bit. I think you would understand. By the way, the grave you came to visit today, does it belong to Saya McLean, Shizuku's mother? She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. Shizuku's late mother and the same accident that little Shizuku lost her eyesight in, yeah. Arios? Is something wrong? It's nothing. I finished my business here. It's time I take my leave. Oh, right. It was good seeing you, Arios. Lloyd, listen well. Crossbell is on the brink of an era unprecedented in its history. But no matter what happens, no matter what circumstances are placed on you or what trials lie before you, never lose hope. Never lose sight of what's most important to you. Huh? And just like that, he's gone. What the hell was that all about? I don't get it either. I'm not entirely sure myself, but it felt like a warning. What are you getting at, Arios? Well, that was kind of random. Like, why did he only say that to Lloyd and not everybody at the SSS, I wonder? Okay. Well, we got... Oh. Can we go in? I can imagine it's not a happy scene in here. Rishia's gone too. Samurai, the troop is in today? Yes, the others haven't stopped coming to the theater. However, Rishi has yet to return ever since what happened that night. I see. Not only that, the troop members all take turns visiting Illy at the hospital. Sully will be there all day today. Poor Sully. Truth be told, I'm still in shock at what happened. This all feels like a never-ending nightmare. Only. Forgive me for rambling. You're allowed to walk around the theater and say hello to the rest of the troop. I think they would like that. The SSS is always welcome here. We appreciate it, sir. Oh, well. I guess we can't. Oh, we can go here. The worst possible outcome for any performance is an injury. And that one probably was the most impactful injury for all of them. And it must be really, really hard to think about even doing anything related to stage performance. After that. It's true. At the end of the day, a stage, a dress, a performance, all of it can be brought back. But a person? Nope. But yeah, we have a lot of side quests to do. 5 of them even. So let's see how many we can get done in the little time we have left in today's session. Oh, they have a little baby. There. Look, Armand, he's fast asleep. He sure is, Ellie. He's sleeping like the angel he is. Then again, so is his mother, so I'm hardly surprised. Oh, Armand. Sorry for interrupting. Would you have any more Armand? Huh? Who was asking? We're with the Crossville Police Special Support Section. We're here to respond to the support request you submitted. Oh, so you're the ones. Thank the heavens you're here. This is wonderful, Armand. It's finally happening. You're right, Ellie. I put so much on your shoulders ever since you gave birth to our baby. I feel awful for not having done more for our family. Don't say that, Armand. We promised the first time we held them together, remember? No matter what happens. You and me and our precious baby boy. We're gonna get through this together. Of course I remember. Oh, I love you, Ellie. I love you too, Armand. It's hard to get a word in with these two lovebirds. It's like they're off in their own little world. I'll say, apologies for interrupting the two of you again, but do you think you could tell us more about your request? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about that. We'd like you to search for a certain someone. I know it's a little sudden, but do you think you commit to our request now before we continue? Understood. You can count on us. Oh, really? We're saved. I don't know what we'd do without you. This is great news, Armand. I'm so happy. Oh, Ellie, I think Armand's happy too. You know what? I think you're right, dearest. The details, please. Right. I'll explain everything. Nice work, Tio. A never-ending Gehenna watching them fawn over each other awaited us. I wouldn't have minded seeing them continue to embarrass themselves. Well, the person I'd like you to go search for is my father. I was separated from him at a very young age. That must mean it's been decades since you last saw each other. Correct. My family and I currently live in Liberl, but as a child I lived in Crossbow. However, after my parents were divorced, I went to live with my grandparents in Liberl. I never thought I'd see my father again. I'm thinking now, if he lived in Liberl, did we see him as a NPC in Skyad at any point? Probably. Armand and I recently had our first child, this bundle of joy. When that happened, Armand said he wanted to show his father his new grandchild, no matter what. Wow, you three have quite the story. He may have had his problems with my mother, but to me, he'll always be my real father. I want to show him the happy family we built together. So we packed our bags and let my mother know we're going to Crossbow. But, let me guess, you have no leads as to where your old man is these days, yeah? Exactly. I thought he owned a house in the residential district, but he's gone without a trace. I asked my mother about it, but ever since the divorce, she hadn't heard from him. That's why we're on a search for him. Armand and I have asked many different people that might know. From what we've gathered, he moved to the downtown district after he was hospitalized. Whenever time we go there, he's nowhere to be found. Maybe it's just bad timing, like he was out buying groceries every time he stopped by? That seems like a stretch. Fortunately, our team is very familiar with both the residential and the downtown district. Ellie, do you know of anyone who lived in the residential district who matches his description? Not that I'm aware of. Could I ask you for your father's name and profession, Armand? Sure, I tried asking my mother, but she didn't know if he was even still working the same job he used to. His name is Gable, and he was a member of the state's Diet. Representative Gable? That guy? You know him? Yes, we ran into him during a request a couple months ago. In that case, we should start by asking Lotus Heights downtown for any info. That's what I was thinking. We might find some clues as to why he hasn't been home. I feel that it's fate that you've accepted our request. I'm counting on you. Please, find my father. Yes, please. We'll do everything we can. Oh, how the world be so small. Of course it's Gable. I think he was in this room. Yeah. Mr. Gable, are you home? I guess he's out. He must be. This is his apartment. What's going on here? Wait, you're the SSS, right? Now I remember your faces. Morning, Tance. Would you happen to know where your resident former Diet member is at the moment? I don't think he's been in it for about a week. Why? Is he in some kind of trouble? No, it's not that. You're telling me that couple came all the way from Liberl to look for him? Ha! Gable is one lucky man. Have you met Armand before? Sure did. He and his wife dropped by the apartment earlier this week and we had a chat. Thing is, Gable had already run off by the time that happened. He didn't even bother to tell me where he was going, and I didn't ask. A dead end. This isn't good. Now hold on a moment. There might be someone who knows where he went. There is? There's someone who lives over on West Street that helped him when he was still a member of the Diet. Even after Gable moved in here, he stopped by to check on him all the time. He lives at Villa something. That's the name of his apartment. Villa something. Is that off the corner of whatchamacallit Boulevard? Anyway, I think I have an idea where to look if it's on West Street. Thanks for the help, Tance. I'll mention it. You can thank me by helping to unite Gable and that family. I love listening to sad music in JRPGs. It's so calming and peaceful. Oh, man. Ah, it's such a good tune. Yes, can I help you? Sorry to barge in like this. Does the name Gable ring any bells? Oh, you know him. Yes, Gable was an old protege of mine when we were in the Diet. Go. Well, you see... A request from his family, eh? Actually, Gable asked me the best place to hide and crossbow the other day. What a moron. Why is he running away? He has a wonderful family wanting to be in his life. In that case, you should know where he is. Why hide, though? I don't really get it. Seriously, Armand and Ellie just want him to see their baby. Well, far be it from me to speak on his behalf, but... Never mind, I should stay out of it. If you want answers, you'll find him in Amorica village. I'm sure he's there somewhere. Ask him yourselves. Understood, and thank you for your cooperation. Okay, team, our former Diet member is in Amorica. Let's go. Ready when you are. Now we get to go all over there. Drive, Noel, drive!
あ、乗りますか？目的地を選んでください。お安いご用です。はい、到着しました。
Okay, we made it to Morica. Where could Gable be hiding? Let's check out anywhere that might be suspicious. It'd be wise to speak to the villagers as well. I mean, the main place you'd want to hide is an inn, right? That's the only place you'd be able to sleep. Oh, hello. Will you be staying with us tonight? We do have some free rooms. Gable came all the way to lay low in Morica. There's a good possibility he's staying at this inn. We have a question for you. Is there someone named Gable staying here by any chance? Oh, Gable? He stops by to grab and eat every so often. Only to eat? I mean, he isn't renting a room at the inn? Nope, he's never checked in with us at least. I figured he liked our food enough to make the trip out from the city. I wouldn't be so sure, my good man. Something else is going on here. Maybe he has a relative living in the village and is staying with them? If that were the case, Armand would have known and come here already. For now, we should look around. Maybe hold up in a good hiding spot. Lloyd, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Was this locked the last time we were here? It sounded just now. There's totally someone in there. I agree. Well, isn't that suspicious? Could he be... We should go speak with Chief Tota. He should know. He may know something about all this. Hello, Chief Tota. Welcome back to Amorica, SSS. What can I do for you today? We have a bit of a strange question for you. Would there happen to be someone staying in the shed by your apiary? As a matter of fact, there is. Maybe 3 or 4 days ago, a man suddenly asked if he could stay there for a while. I think his name was Gable? You were right. But wait, why this shed of all places? Well, I offered him to let him stay wherever he wanted to. He said he wanted the most inconspicuous place possible. I figured there was more to the story, but didn't want to pry. I thought he might need help in a major way. I wouldn't have guessed that it'd be all of you who came looking for him. Is he an accessory to a crime or something of that nature? No, it's nothing like that. Lloyd, we should probably explain everything to him from the beginning. That would be for the best. So he's a former Diet member. One who faked a stay in the hospital to avoid punishment for tax evasion at that. Now that you mention it, I think I remember seeing a photo of him in the Tarspell Times. Don't worry, this request isn't related to his devious history with Mira. Would it be alright for us to speak to him directly, Chief Tota? We aren't sure why yet, but he's been avoiding Armand and Ellie ever since they started looking for him. I suppose it'd be alright. Until recently, I was on bad terms with my son as well. Our problem was that we weren't communicating. If I can't help it. If I can help it, I don't want anyone else to end up in the same situation I was in. Thank you, Chief Tota. Not at all. Follow me, everyone. This is Chief Tota. Mind if I have a moment of your time? There's some people who want to speak to you. Could you please tell them to leave? I know I'm being unreasonable, but I don't want to see anyone right now. Please calm down. People who came to see you aren't your son and his wife. Wait, how did you... Mr. Gable, can you hear me? This is the Crossville Police, Special Sports Section. The police? What do you want with me? We don't mean to alarm you. We're here about a request we received from Armand and Ellie. What? We have no intention of bringing you up by force, nor do we have the authority. If you insist, we'll walk away empty-handed and explain the situation to Armand and Ellie. But before that, will you at least hear us out? Unlock the door. Let's go inside. Gable, right? It's been a while. Thank you for letting us in. Well, congratulations! You found your man. You said my son and his wife have been looking for me? Save your breath. I won't meet with them no matter what you say. Why are you being so stubborn about this? That much should be obvious. My son, Armand, hates me. He must, I'm sure of it. You think he hates you? Care to elaborate on that? I was involved in a matter of corruption when I was a part of the Diet. My sole motivations were status, power, and Mira. To reach my goals, I turned my back on my family. My wife wasn't pleased, but she was too busy raising Armand to worry about what I was doing. I slipped deeper into my greedy ways until one day, I did something no married man with a child should ever do. While my wife was out of my house, I invited my mistress in. How could you? Damn, no wonder the two of you split up. It didn't take long for my wife to find out. She left me for the Burl and took Armand with her. I don't know what they have all been through since then, but I'm sure the divorce has caused them both pain. When all was said and done, I was actually reinvigorated. The day I signed the divorce papers, I invited another woman to my estate. That's quite the story. A pretty damn skeezy one, too. Guess you couldn't keep it in your pants. More like you can't keep your mouth shut. It's not wrong. My son has every right to hate me. To top it off, I swore loyalty to this former speaker, Hartman. But as soon as my tax evasion came to light, he tossed me aside like I was nothing. The truth is, I should be behind bars just like he is. As luck would have it, all I lost was my seat in the Diet. After all the despicable things I've done, how am I supposed to look my son in the eye? Oh, Gable. At least we have the whole story now. May I say something? What is it? What could you possibly have to say after all that? I don't condone what you put your wife through and son all those years ago. I don't especially approve what you were guilty with while a member of the state's Diet. However, there's no denying that, at the very least, you regret your actions. I agree. You've come to terms with your mistakes. Anyone would be able to see that you're repentant enough. There's no reason to use your guilt as an excuse for avoiding your family. But it's not all. From the impression I got when we met him, Armand doesn't hate you in the slightest. What? We met with Armand and his wife Ellie to hear the request to come here to find you. They're a happy and loving family. When Armand gave us this request, he said exactly the opposite of what you're thinking. His words were along the lines of, I want to show him the happy family we've built together. Exactly. What's telling the truth? Your son and his wife couldn't be happier or more in love. If they really hated you like they think they do, they wouldn't be going around saying sappy stuff like that. You never know, though. If his poker face is half as good as mine, it could all be an act. Maybe he's waiting until you're alone to take you out. I will take you out right now if you speak another word. Listen, the point is, Gable, like you said, your son has grew up to be a pretty stand-up kind of guy. We'd appreciate it if you could take our word for it. So, how about it, Gable? Could you find it in you to see your family? Fine. How could I not after everything you just said? Really? You sure? I'm done lying. Bring them here before I change my mind. Sure thing. I'll call them and tell them to come right away. Lloyd hurriedly contacted the Longlaw Tavern Inn. Armand and Ellie were told to come to Morka Village right away. The SS agreed to wait outside the shed so that Gable could mentally prepare himself. My father is in this shed? As hard as it might be to believe, yes, he's in there. We spoke with them and he promised to meet you both. Thank you so much. I can't imagine why you'd be hiding in a place like this, but thank you nonetheless. This is wonderful, Armand. I'm finally going to meet my father-in-law. We'll have to apologize for not inviting him to our wedding. Oh, my dearest Ellie, how can it be that your heart is so pure? Your heart is as untainted as fresh snow, and that, my dear, is why I love you so. Oh, Armand, get in the shed! Sorry. Sorry about that. You say sorry too, Armin. Good job. I think I'm on Tio's side now. Moving on, Gable is waiting for you inside. Take as long as you need to. Thank you, sir. We will. Let's go in, Ellie. Oh, is it really you, Father? It's been so long. I suppose. It's been about 15 years, Armand. And she must be... Pleased to meet you, sir. I'm Armand's wife, Ellie. Oh, I'm glad my son's found a nice young lady like yourself. Oh, that's very sweet of you. And in your arms, that must be... This is our son, Father. Armin, why don't you say hello to Grandpa? Good boy, Armin. So, Armand, I know I've given you and your mother a lot of terrible memories. Sorry, what was that? More importantly, look at this, Father. Armin's eyes shine like pure sapphires. They're just like Ellie's, beautiful and clear as the midday sky. Yes, but he's got your ears, Armand. Every time I see them, I just want to eat him up. Oh, Ellie, for as long as I live, I'll never let you go. Armand, let's stay together forever. Father, what's wrong? Perhaps he's not feeling well, Armand. No, well, I'm fine, really. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks to you, I was able to reunite with my father and introduce him to my family. He looks so happy about it, too. I'm glad we could help out. Speaking of Gable, is he still in the shed? You say he needs some time to think and we'll head home later. When we were talking, he suddenly turned around and wouldn't let us see his face. I wonder why he did that. Huh. Could he have been... I guess every Corrupt Eye members can still shed a tear every now and then. This is an interesting development. They grow up so fast. Don't worry, you two. What we're trying to say is that he'll be okay. So, what do you plan to do now? I've been looking forward to reuniting with my father for so long. More than anything, I want to find a way to stay in touch. I doubt your mother is going to take it well, but I'd like for him to come visit us in Liberl. We'll be wishing you the best of luck with that. He doesn't seem to have any plans to return to the diet, so I think he'll agree to it sooner or later. Now I have another day to look forward to. Isn't that right, my dearest Ellie? Of course, my darling Armand. Ever since we first held our first child, we've sworn to give him a life full of happy memories like today. He has a grandfather. Now I can't wait to give him some brothers and sisters too. You, me, and a family full of lovable children. Together, we'll become the greatest family on the entire continent. Oh, Ellie, I love you so. And I, you, Armand. I could have gone without hearing that last part. Our job here is done, yeah? Yes, it is, and we couldn't have done it without you. I don't know how we can ever properly repay you. We'll be returning home to Liberl soon. Thanks for all your help. Safe travels. Ellie, while we're here, why don't we see the sights? That sounds wonderful, Armand. Those two never let up, do they? That they don't. I'm almost jealous of what they have in a way. Seeing them like that made me want to visit my parents. You too, Ellie? Well, I was just thinking I should probably spend some time with my mom soon. You kids have my thanks as well. I'll look after Gable until he's ready to return to the city. Don't mention it, Chief Tolta. Thanks for your help. We should get going as well. Away we go. And with that, I think we've hit a pretty good stopping point for today's session. a lot happened. A lot definitely happened. And I'm excited to see where Chapter 4 is going as we're getting closer to the end of the game. I think now is when a lot of those cool plot points that I'm looking for are really going to come into line, and a lot of character development probably will happen, because Lord knows we haven't seen enough of it at all, or enough of it yet, so... but that'll be for next time. So, next time on Trails to Azure, we'll continue doing some side quests, and I mean, depending on how many there... we got 4 more, so probably most of the entire session will be on side quests next time with a little bit of plot. We'll at least finish the first day of Chapter 4, I believe, so that'll be something. So all of next week will probably be all of Chapter 4 before we hit the final chapter of the game. So, as always, thank you all so much for coming out today's session of Trails to Azure, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.